Local authorities in Lviv say that 3 warehouses in the western Ukrainian city burned down this Tuesday morning as a result of drone attacks overnight. One of them, they say, contained humanitarian aid. The others belong to businesses whose losses are to be counted in the millions of dollars, according to the mayor of the city, Andriy Sadovyi. Now, of course, we can never rule out that there may also have been military equipment stocked in those warehouses. The Ukrainians have, of course, got to hide their military equipment somewhere as it's on its way from Western donors to the front lines in the east and the south of the country, or that the Russians had wrong intelligence suggesting that there were military targets there. That's not something that the Ukrainian side would ever admit to. For obvious reasons, they have to keep the storage locations and the transit routes of this military equipment as secret as they possibly can. This is happening as Volodymyr Zelensky, the Ukrainian president, is meeting with world leaders in New York, trying to drum up more support for Ukraine. And his defense minister, Rustem Umerov, for the first time in this role, is meeting with his counterparts in Germany at the Ramstein air base. And it happens also on the same day that the New York Times published an investigation suggesting that the missile that hit a market in central Konstantinivka in Donetsk region, killing 17 on the 6th of September, was in fact not fired by Russia, but was a Ukrainian missile that misfired in a terrible mishap, as the article puts it. Some Ukrainians are up in arms about the New York Times publishing on a day like today an article that does feed Russian propaganda, and Russian propaganda outlets have, of course, immediately jumped on it. Other Ukrainians are saying that the Ukrainians should perhaps, the Ukrainian authorities, should be perhaps a bit more careful with their own communication before leaping to condemn Russia, should perhaps investigate things themselves rather than undermining their own credibility. According to the New York Times article, the Ukrainian side is now investigating the incident.